Exile Island, let's go. Hey everybody, what's going on today? How is everyone? I see you were all in the chat before I even got here. Hello. So, let me make sure I got my slow mode on 40 seconds. Should be good, right guys? 40 seconds. So let's see. Let me jump on up here. Who do we got? All right, I'm going to start. I'm actually going to open the chat on my phone because I don't like the StreamYard chat view. It really annoys me. Mama T. I'm going to start from 6:30 on. So we got Mama T, Illuminacy, Serena with a C, S-E-A, Silver Turtle Lady, Colleen Bennett, Y'all Nan is Not Drunk, Kiki Ray, my Shermar is here, Noel, Leon in the building, Pink Flamingo, Lisa Sims, Julie, Jackalope, Herdmaster, Sun Cinema, hello, Bonnie Breezy, that Amber Chick, Tamara Davis, Ronnie G, Jesse, Trisha, Justin, Elizabeth Bridges, Heather McDonald, are you kidding me? Beck Knapp, oh my goodness, Bossy, Shaq, Sue, Sandy, D, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, I hope I did off-duty beauty. Okay, I gotta stop because I'll just be here all night. You guys are... Oh, hello. That Amber Chick, thank you. Thank you for the $4.99. No, just kidding. I've had Real Entertainment News' songs stuck in my head all day. I will say they are catchy tunes. So, thanks for always calling it how it is. I respect that about you more than you'll ever know. Well, thank you, that Amber Chick. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I try to keep it real. Well, a lot of people don't know about me, right? I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Katie Joy was the inspiration for my channel. Yup, you heard me. Because you know why? What I always said to myself while watching her move was this, okay? I was like, yo, that's one thing. If I ever had a channel, I would never want to be a Katie Joy. And do you want to know why? Because what happens is when you come on and you have a channel and you're like faking stuff, you know, it starts to unravel, right? And people start to see you for who you really are. And then they go, that person's fake. They're not who I thought I was. They're not who I thought they were. You know, I'm not going to watch them anymore, yada, yada. In my opinion, that is the worst kind of person on YouTube. In my opinion, everyone has their different opinions, whatever. But so I always said to myself, just be who you are, you know? Having to come on here and like, you know, play pretend is just doesn't sound fun to me. Do you know what I mean? So we have a new member here. I saw it come up on my phone, but okay, D Connor. Oh, you know what's cool? And I didn't notice this till like recently. So if you watch the chat like on your phone and something, it'll come up. It'll say D Connor, member for 2 months, and then it will highlight her comment like, "Love you, your channel." Well, thank you, D Connor. And it's so random how that happens. Like it gives you like anniversary, anniversary style, you know, little comment things, and that's cool. Thunder Nipples is getting us demonetized with the Thunder Nipples, but that's fine. I noticed, you know, it was funny because last night I was watching Unirock and he wouldn't say Thunder Nipples' name, and I'm like, oh, now I know why, right? YouTube is so annoying with that. Any little thing, they will be like, yep, demonetized, which I'm used to anyways. If I revolve my channel around being demonetized, I would lose my mind because YouTube just finds any little thing to demonetize people, right? So anyways, what brought us all here today? Yeah, I'm not here to talk about the pig pen people. I'd rather not, honestly. It's very like it, but you know what I'm saying? But I did see a video earlier that really moved me. And it doesn't have much to do with what I want to talk about, but I still want to mention it anyways, because it was really, really like, yo, this girl is brave AF, okay? I don't know if you guys know who the normal bird lady is, but I shared her in my community tab earlier, right? And she made a video reacting to, the pig pen, and they did that. Excuse me, I'm like reading the chat, trying to pay attention to it. AZ with her ADHD. You know how it goes. All right, so I gotta stop looking at the chat for a second. So, anyways, she made a video that literally like made me cry. It's very tough to hit me in the feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really that soft, right? Like, none of this roadhog stuff has made me cry. But watching the normal bird lady's video reaction, it actually brought a tear to my eye, right? It really did. Bossy. Okay, third time. I should have tagged you. The comment was really blurry, but now it's perfect. Took until 45 seconds to go through. I'm a little confused about what that means, Bossy. I'm sorry. I'd have to go back up, I think, and look. Yeah, I'm confused. It's wicked hard. You guys, I'm sorry. You gotta understand it's really hard for me to like read every comment and like talk at the same time. I freaking wish I could do it. I've actually, believe it or not, I don't know if you believe this, but I've actually gotten better about it. You know? So I'm sorry, Bossy, if I missed something. I apologize. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. That's why you standing up is so important. And yeah, it really it moved me. It really did. It really did. And if you haven't watched it, you should, right? Because not only did she react to Roadhog's whole thing with, what he's done, all the nasty he said about me that of course he deleted now, or maybe you took it down. I don't really know what happened, but yeah, it was really interesting to see somebody with a different kind of reaction. And in that the comment was blurry when I put it on the screen. Okay. So here, I want to tell you guys this before I veer off here. Thank you, Bossy. So sometimes when you see somebody, when you go to someone's channel and they're on a live stream, right? If you hit the 3 dots up on your screen, right? Where the pauses and stuff. So there's 3 dots at the top. You can go to quality, right? If you hit quality, you can click on higher picture quality and it will improve the picture, right? Actually, Emily D. Baker is the one who I think taught me that. Because sometimes live streams, the quality will look low on your phone or whatever. So you can do that. Maybe that's why, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't notice it on my end, but thanks for telling me. Always good to know how things are looking from your side, so I appreciate that. So anyways, yeah, it was heartbreaking and powerful. It was. And you should definitely check it out, because if you've never been on this side, right? Even if you've never loved somebody who struggles with addiction or mental health or something of that nature, right? Then you don't understand it, But from what I understand, Roadhog should know better, because, from what somebody left me a comment as, he he should know better. I'll just leave it at that. But here's the thing, you guys. So the reason why I'm here today, right? This is not just because of Tyra Nicole's video. Let me make that clear. I don't have a personal problem with Tyra Nicole. I don't have a personal problem with that at all, right? But this was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. I've been talking about this subject for a while on my Instagram Live. And I think as a community, it should be something we should discuss, because maybe you guys can enlighten me to some things I may not have thought about, because that's always the best part of this, right? But maybe I can enlighten you guys to some things maybe you've never thought about, right? So that's what it's all about in my book, We learn things, we laugh, we grow as individuals, and I think it's like really important, right, to have this conversation, because I see it now more than ever. What I'm going to talk about, I see now more than ever, right? So we all know that in this day and age, because you hear me say it all the time, in 2021, it is like cool to cancel people. It is cool to be the moral authority. It is cool to, virtue signal. It's just like the new thing, right? It is completely in the in, we'll say, right? And there's a lot of reasons for that, which I think we'll get into, but please understand, this is not a personal attack on Tyra Nicole. It was just like another one, like really. And I think when you hear me out, you'll have a better understanding, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you just the beginning part of her video to let you understand, what got me here today. And then we'll go into the reasons why I think this is a particular problem on the YouTube community, not even in the anti community that doesn't exist. It's just a problem in general, right? It's not even just with this video. It is a problem in general. So keep that in mind. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to mute myself, put this on the screen, and I'll be back. I'm not playing the whole thing, so.
Seeing the title, okay. And I have a couple videos to record today that pretty much came from my supporters. A couple nights ago, maybe earlier this week, we did a stream. It was a 4-hour stream on abusive men on this platform. It just so happened, as I was streaming, that some people in the chat told me that T-Spiracy was doing a video and I need to go look at the thumbnail. I was so excited, okay? I don't know Roadhog from the back of my damn shoe, right? And I've heard of him. I've been around the anti-KJers for, unfortunately, a few months, right? I've definitely heard of him. I don't watch him, never have. So I do. I watched the replay of T-Spiracy's video and I'm like, oh, guys, tomorrow night we are reacting to this. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep the conversation moving, and this is how we're going to do it, okay? Now, unfortunately, the next morning, I would say, I was watching what CNC Music Factory may have said about me, right? And I'm like 2-3 minutes in, and I see T-Spiracy. Okay, that's not good. So I make a community post, and I'm like, okay, guys, we're going to react to Roadhog, but I won't be reacting to T-Spiracy's video. Unfortunately, when people show me, I believe them. I have nothing against T-Spiracy. I think she does good work, whether,
Okay. So what I take from this, when I listen to this, from my perspective, is you were going to, speak on the wrongs done in the video, but now that I didn't speak on the wrongs that you perceive, you don't want to speak on the wrongs that you perceive from your perspective for me. And I think that's a little unorthodox in my opinion. Like, you either speak on it because of it, if it moves you, or so in other words, let me make this clear. Craze Conflict is a polarizing creator. Craze Conflict is, like a real entertainment news, like Roadhog. They are all polarizing creators. Every single one of them, right, has said things that are completely not okay, has said things that could be perceived as abusive, the list goes on, right? But here's my problem. Here's where my problem comes in with all of this, right? This is where, yeah, that's the name of his channel. I know, I just call him Crazy Conflict. Here's my problem with all of this. And if you've been listening to me on Instagram, you're probably like, this is a broken record. I understand if you don't want to hear it again, maybe come back another time. I get it, because it's like, again, but listen, this is a thing. Because I don't know, maybe I need some assistance or something, but listen. When you are out in this community, right, it is so easy to look at somebody and be like, oh, that's it. They said something I don't like. I'm never watching them again. And anybody that does watch them, anybody that is caught interacting, anybody that's in their live chat, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's your prerogative, and I get that, right? That I can't tell people how to feel. Who am I to tell people how to feel, right? Nobody. I'm a big believer. Nobody should tell you how to feel, okay? But can you imagine if we started exiling people because they upset us, right? Now, here's the thing. Here's where this comes in. I was in Craze Conflict stream, which I popped in about halfway through, okay? And what he was talking about in this particular live that Tyra is referring to here is why he is the way he is. He was explaining that he reacts like this. He says these words, he throws these insults because he has a deep seated reason behind it. Now, whether that reason is a quote excuse, whether that reason is a genuine thing, whether that reason is whatever, if you actually listen to the words that he says, I think that you would be, more willing to understand where he's coming from. Because at the end of the day, all anybody wants on this platform, whether it be me, Real Entertainment News, Christ Conflict, Kim, Bad Art, Julie, all anybody wants is to be understood, right? That's all we want. Be understood. You don't have to like them. You don't have to hate them. You don't need to love them. But listening can really open people's, perspectives, in my opinion. So hold on. Word puzzler specialist. Thank you very much for your sticker. It's nice to see some new names. I appreciate that. Thank you. At first I thought something on my screen was blocking a comment, but I guess it's just a sticker. I'm like, where'd the rest of it go? But the sticker. So everybody wants to just be understood, right? So thank you, word puzzler specialist. Everybody wants to be understood. So here's the thing, right? I used to exile Real Entertainment News, okay? I did. I'd be like, I'm all set, not going to his channel, blah, 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 right? But then I realized he's a troll, a huge troll. The dude's a troll. His job is to antagonize people. Now, here's another thing about Crazy Conflict's chat the other night that Tyra is referring to. What she fails to realize is, I don't know what her and Crazy Conflict's beef is. And this is another problem in this community, right? Everybody assumes that everybody else knows their little beefs, their spats, whatever. You think because you see Christ in my chat that I must go to his every single time he has one, and vice versa, and that I'm up to date on all the happenings. I'm not. And never once did I say, hey, Crazy Conflict, I'm so glad that you told Tyra off. I'm so glad you said that. Like, all I did was show up to understand the man, literally. And when I listened to his story, I understand him. And if you go to the video, you can even see me in the comments after going, I understand you. Now, understanding somebody and agreeing with them are two totally separate things, right? Do you guys agree? And the more that I stay on YouTube and in this community, I start to go, wow, this place is so figuratively black and white. It is so figuratively black and white. It's like all or nothing. Like I said, somebody does one thing, oh, Exile Island, there they go, never to be heard from again. And if you get caught interacting, guess what? You get thrown to Exile Island too. So it's like we are holding the people, like I'm being held accountable for things he did that I don't know about. But even if I did know about it, right? Unless you see me agreeing with that same mindset, then I can't really understand why somebody would, hold me accountable for that in a way to go, you know what? I did agree with her, or I was going to react to the rule hut thing, but I'm not anymore. Does that make sense to you? Unless you see me agreeing with it, the actual problem, right? Unless you see me, yeah, Crazy Conflict, get her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. People think I know I do not know everything. I don't. And if Crazy Conflict was quote unquote abusing Tyra, do you really think I'd sit there and be like, yeah, get her? No, I'd probably just keep my mouth shut, honestly. You know why? Because I understand Crazy Conflict and I know his struggles. And I know, and it's not an excuse. Don't get me wrong. I am not making excuses for people who use, foul language, attack tactics, whatever. But I understand him on a different level because I opened my mind and I was willing to listen, right? I think that if you were to do that, especially in that video, right, maybe you'd understand a little better. That's just the way I look at it, because this whole like Exile Island stuff, it just drives me nuts. Like I go on the reel and it's so. Put it this way, Tyra, I hope that you're listening. I know you said you were going to, and I hope you are, because this is like a thing, like in this community, it needs to be talked about, right? So here's the thing, right? Imagine this for 1 second. You did a live with Real Entertainment News, I don't know, for like hours one day. I listened to it. I was out there weeding my garden. No, I was raking. I was raking. I had my headphones on. I listened to this. It was about Jackie, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, it was a long-ass video. I listened to the whole thing. Now imagine if I went outside, I got my rake, and I put my headphones in, and I went, oh my god, Tyra is up there with Real Entertainment News. Oh my god. And I didn't listen to what you guys were talking about, and I just wrote it off. Like, oh, there she goes, interacting with Real Entertainment News. Do you know what I'm saying? Does this make sense, guys? Does this make sense? Like, if she had paid attention to the things I was saying or whatever, then she would see it wasn't a perceived attack on her, you know? Just like people like, oh my god, Easy, you call Roadhog bad, but you're in Real Entertainment News' chat. Well, wait a minute, okay? Because I was one of the first people in this community to call out Real Entertainment News' bad behavior, first of all, okay? Second of all, I never said because you see me in his chat doesn't mean I agree with the way he reacts to women, right? And I never said that. I still stand by the things I say about Real Entertainment News. Does this mean I'm supposed to hate him? Does this mean I'm not supposed to be seen in his chat? Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Like, there is no gray area on YouTube, right? And first of all, like I said, no one's allowed to tell you how to feel, but at the same token, you know, hold on 1 second. Sorry, hold on. I thought I heard somebody knocking at my door. Am I hearing things? Hold on. There's somebody in my driveway, but I don't know who it is. Hold on. Anyways, I guess not. Or maybe they turn. I don't know what's going on. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, here's the thing. I still stand by that. Just because you see me in his chat once in a while, Real Entertainment News, people like that, doesn't mean that I back up every single thing they do and say. You know what I mean? And I think that if we as a community start looking at, especially polarizing people, as, you know what, I don't like A, B, and C about you, but I do agree with you on X, Y, and Z, right? And Tyra can do that. I know she can, because she's gotten on hours long panel with Real Entertainment News, and him and her are at war, right? So I know it's possible. But, and another thing too, like, and this happened on Twitter the other day. Do you remember the other day when I started telling you guys, I'm like, you know what somebody did? They took, let's call the lady Susie, okay? Susie tagged me on Twitter in a comment that was about Roadhog being a Katie Joy, okay? Now, that was on Twitter. Well, Susie was, unbeknownst to me, on YouTube in a comment section saying something about Roadhog's work, okay? So what another person did is they're like, oh my god, T-Spiracy, you know, you actually like comments from people who do things like this? And then they showed me a comment that I had never even like seen before. And I'm like, why are you trying to hold me responsible for what I don't know about? What do I have to do? So what, like, huh? I'm supposed to know, I'm supposed to look up someone's history, make sure they never did XYZ, and I like the comments, so now I'm a bad guy when it had nothing to do with his work? Like, what? You know? It's like less black and white figuratively, more gray, you know? Because if we're going to send people to Exile Island, I'm just going to let it be known that, like, I like the open ocean. I like to set my sails in the open sea, you know? So unless somebody sees me agreeing with somebody abusing somebody, because at the end of the day, whether you're mad at me about crazy conflict or not mad, maybe mad's not the worst, maybe not the best choice of words, whatever, but at the end of the day, I still stand by what I said, because you can't expect me to know about every single person's problem, you know? And if someone worked, and if I were to hear what Crazy Conflict said to her, which I still don't really know, I didn't finish Tyra's whole video because I started it when I was washing the dishes, didn't finish it. But listen, point of what I'm saying is this. You know, me being seen in someone like Real Entertainment News' chat or Crazy Conflicts chat, like, y'all trying to send me to Exile Island for hopping in and hearing people out. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense, kind of thing? Am I making sense? You know? Let me read some comments here. Misty says, people want to hold everyone accountable for those they sub to. Problem is we just sub. We don't know people like that. It's unreal. The people who DM me to block this and that one. I'm like, why? Right. And that happens a lot with me, with Molly Go Lightly, for example. I know that Molly Go Lightly is a whole bag of of whatever you want to call it. Different things she's done and said and whatever, right? But what people didn't know or still don't understand is I never even knew who she was, like, until this past summer, right? I found her when, like, the Cash Gurnan thing happened, and I spent a lot of time in her chat, and I ended up liking the lady, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh my god, I'm unsubscribing to Teensparity because Molly did this and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why is that my fault? Did you see me agreeing with her making fun of Shanann Watts? No? Okay, so why am I being tossed to Exile Island too? You know what I mean? And I get it. Molly does a lot of things, whatever. But you know what the crazy part is, guys? When I did find out about why people didn't like Molly, I went to her and I asked her about it. I said, can you explain this to me? This whole Shanann Watts thing to me? And she invited me on panel and she was like, look, I made a mistake. I made fun of her. It was distasteful. I said sorry, blah, 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 right? Okay, whether you think it's disingenuous or not, that's up for you to interpret, right? But here's what my whole point. I had already began to like the lady, right? She had never done nothing to me. Am I supposed to just abandon ship because she made a distasteful joke years ago that I never knew about? I actually lost a couple subscribers who left me departure letters because they saw me on her channel. I'm like, what? Y'all do that? Like, what? This cancel culture stuff is so... Oh, and yeah, this is considered, in my opinion, an olive branch of cancel culture. It is. It just is. In my opinion, of course. Like, another example would be this. This is another perfect example. Last night, I had laughs in Real Entertainment News' chat for the first time in forever. That dude was making me laugh. He was on one last night making me laugh, singing crazy songs, being ridiculous, okay? But there was one point in his live show where he started to make fun of AT2, okay? I won't be telling you what he said because I don't feel comfortable having this leave my mouth, you know what I'm saying? But he was making fun of him. And I let it be known in that chat, I was like, look, we love all people. It doesn't matter, what orientation they are. We love all people, rainbow symbols, all happy, good stuff. And then it got a little uncomfortable because of the things Real Entertainment News was saying. So I said, I'm going to leave before y'all cancel me, right? It was like a joke. And I actually had to leave anyway, so I left, right? Now, if you go to that video today, you'll see somebody, as of right now, probably in that comment section going, yeah, Teespiracy, way to stir up the drama and just leave. I'm like, what drama, dude? All I did was say we love all people. How? What? Why am I being held responsible? Again, this is an issue for me. It is. More gray, less black and white. If Crazy Conflict said something that hurt her, that sucks because I know what it's like, right? Roadhog just did it to me. Okay? I wouldn't want to say it hurt me as much as he hurt other people, like, the people around who watch and absorb this abuse, because at the end of the day, abuse is abuse, no matter who it's coming from, right? So yeah. All right, I'm behind on comments here. Hold on. Way behind. Did somebody say cotton candy? Ooh, I love cotton candy. Okay, what is this? Hold on. Easy believes everything I say and agrees with me 100 about everything all the time. Also, the sky is yellow and the clouds are made of cotton candy, right? And another thing, this all goes back to the beautiful thing about YouTube, right? We get to hear other people's perspectives. That's the beauty of it. it doesn't mean we're gonna like it, right? If we didn't have other perspectives, it'd be a very vanilla world, you know? I have no idea what's going on, but I just love to hear easy talk. Thanks, Jen. I get that comment a lot, actually. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just here to listen. It's really flattering because nobody in my real life would ever say such things. Anyways, let me go back here. Trisha, I don't know what Ronnie said. I was looking for. I agree. I was his first mod, and I just don't like his way. Like going after people with breast cancer with the moral compass aspect. Kindness is free, and no any kindness he does do he brags. Yeah. Who would make fun of somebody with breast cancer? That would be an absolute freaking no-go for me. I would say, hey, I don't like that. You know what I mean? And let me make this clear too. Everybody's entitled to not go back, right? To say, hey, that person highly offended me. I'm not going back, right? But that same chat that Tyra is talking about, crazy conflict, she came in like a banshee. She showed up in that chat. I can't remember what she said, but it was like guns blazing, right? It's like, okay, if this man hurt you and he offended you and whatever, like why are you here? And she's entitled to feel how she feels about it, but she's got her own platform. She can voice that on, right? I am a big believer in just don't hate watch. Hate watching never does anybody any good. It doesn't even do the person that's on the other end good because it's just never going to end well. Like, for example, Real Entertainment News, again, never went back to his channel until recently, and that was only to tell him that somebody was trying to frame him as a black man. That was not okay with me. Right? I had planned on never speaking to this dude again. I wrote him off. Not only did I write him off, I put him on not interested on my feed so I wouldn't even see him come up anymore. So I didn't even know when he was doing shenanigans because I didn't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. A lot of people forget about that not interested button. Like somebody, like for example, somebody will say, oh, BX made a video about this. I'm like, who? That dude's still around? Because I don't see him appear on my feed. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. But here's another example of how people will virtue signal, right? Last night, same stream, Real Entertainment live stream, okay? Real Entertainment News stream. For an example, you have Not Another Housewife, who I like. I don't have any personal problems with Not Another Housewife, but I was kind of shocked, right? Because Not Another Housewife has a husband who is a troll, who does blackface, who does this, who does that, recaps with Bobby, made a video about him. One could compare him to somebody like Real Entertainment News, right? So she shows up last night and she's like, Roanhong's wife is pregnant, blah, 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 blah. Like, I get it. You're trying to defend the pregnant lady, whatever. Like, and you're telling Real Entertainment News he's this horrible person that he needs to just stop. But when people say that to her, she goes, well, that's my husband. That's his channel. He does his own thing, yada, yada, yada. She shuts it down, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like kind of like, okay. And furthermore, if Roadhog's wife is pregnant and she's getting upset, then maybe her husband should calm the fuck down. How about that? Just saying. You know what I mean? Why is Real Entertainment News being held accountable for a pregnant woman who has a husband going bananas? And I don't know, man. I'm just trying to. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, I'm not trying to start any. I got enough problems. Okay. I got enough problems. I'm just thinking out loud, right? Grady Martin says, T, love the way you say out. Sounds like how we say it here in NFLD. Yeah, they say I sound Canadian, right? What did CC say about Otyris here? Okay. See, what did he say about her sons? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. It's like we're all supposed to know. I don't know, I just said that though. Hold on, let me go back. Where'd that comment go? Ginger Lee says it's one thing to call out one's behavior, but it's entirely a different thing to start mudslinging with verbal abuse. I agree. I've never said that was okay, right? And I think that's where a lot of people get it twisted. They're like, okay, so you must agree with the mudslinging. You must agree with it. Nope. Never said I did, Never said I did. And a lot of times when I do see this happening, I will try to talk to the person. For example, what Real Entertainment News did the commentary with Kelly, beside, talking about her personal stuff. I actually called him and I was like, why are you doing this? Help me understand. What am I missing here? Why do you think it's acceptable to bring up somebody's mental health stuff, right? Why is that okay? Right? I had that conversation. So for people to just categorize me and put me in this little box, like, oh, I seen her in the chat, off to Exile Island. You know what I mean? It's just like more freaking gray, man. And this all goes back to cancel culture. It's just like, I freaking hate cancel culture, I do. I freaking hate it. It's like, who can virtue signal the hardest, Virtue thy signal elsewhere. Everybody's entitled to talk on what they want and speak on what they want, right? But the whole thing, like, it's just cool to virtue signal now, right? Like, I'm going to read something to you that I have here that I've been reading, okay? Ready for this, guys? I'm not going to look at the chat for a second because I want to read this because it made me, I'm like, I have a book that says something about this. I went looking for it before my live, and lo and behold, I found it. Would you know I found it? I did. Yep. Okay. One of the main things fueling cancel culture is our attachment to goodness. People are capable of committing all manner of sins, as long as they're convinced they're doing it for the greater good, or should I say, convinced they're doing it. It makes them a good person. The reason that this cancel culture doesn't stop is because guess what? The rest of society falls right into this trap with them. A person who is engaging in cancel culture behavior sees themselves as the good guy. As long as society also sees them as the good guy, this is never going to be a cycle that stops. Essentially, the person who is engaging in cancel culture falls into virtue signaling and performative wokeness. How it begins is this. The minute that somebody in their life does or says something that they dislike, they immediately fall into the social triangle of roles. What do I mean by roles? Hero, victim, and villain. Hero, victim, and villain, okay? They see the person who is doing or saying something they dislike as the villain, which means they're free to pick from the other two roles, being the hero or the victim, right? Usually, they start in the victim role. You hurt me. You did something that caused me to feel pain, or another person to feel pain, right? They can then gain their power back by flipping into the hero role, where they can do anything to destroy the other person and justify it because they are the hero. This is a very comparative concept of a Christian soldier. He understands by the time he's an adult, thou shalt not kill, right? But the second that somebody poses a threat to their country, now all of a sudden, they can do anything to a person. In fact, not only is it okay, but they're the hero for it. The triangle is one of the most dangerous social dynamics in existence. As long as people who engage in cancel culture see themselves as the good guy, and as long as society perpetuates this is actually the case, we're going to become a more progressively unconscious species instead of a conscious one. It opens the door for things like this. Demonstrating one's good character or moral correctness of one's position in a particular issue by publicly expressing opinions or sentiments that are intended to make you look good. When a person does this, as well as demonstrates political correctness, they can see themselves as awake and aware and therefore smarter than others. You know? No, it's not Yahoo's horoscopes. Yeah, there's a whole social construct that goes on behind stuff like this, right? But at the end of the day, we're all commentators. We all talk about how we see things from our perspective, And everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. If you don't want to go, if you want to exile, if you want to send somebody to Exile Island, you are entitled to that. But don't go visiting them at Exile Island to remind them that you sent them to Exile Island. You know what I'm saying? Either send them there or don't. That's just the way I look at it. We all have different Noel says, hold on, let me highlight that. I cancel based on my morals and values. Society has none. Not all of society has none, right? And canceling based on your, see, that's the problem, Angel, right? We all have different, every single one of us in this room right now has different morals and different values, right? But would you ever learn anything if you didn't listen to anybody's other values or morals? You know what I'm saying? And I do that too. Like, yo, Roadhog, I don't listen to him. I don't care enough to listen to him. But you will not see me show up in his chat and be like, mer, 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 mer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just won't go. I just won't go. You write someone off, write them off. But more, I think, in my opinion, more gray, less black and white. You cannot like A, B, and C, but does that mean you have to hate them on things you do agree with or pretend you don't like it, you know? Like, I could have listened to Real Entertainment News last night and laughed and not said nothing in chat, right? And I know that me being seen in his chat is going to cause problems, right? I'm unsubscribing because I saw you laughing. How dare you laugh? But again, abuse is never okay. It's never okay. If you see someone agreeing with abuse, then they're probably not okay either. But being in someone's chat should not mean that you agree with the abuse that took place somewhere else that you don't even know about, right? It's like a punishment reward system base we have going on here. Let me go back and catch up on the chat here. Let me put this book away. Give me 1 second. Jafed, AZ, a little knowledge on us today. I see you preach. You know, I'm definitely not a teacher or anything or a preacher. Let me make that clear, okay? I'm just somebody who, especially as of late, because, you know, we all evolve, right? We're never going to have the same views we had as we did last year. I just recently chose to just see the gray, you know? Okay. This may be unpopular opinion. I don't know how Roadhog's wife supports him downgrading women the way he does, nor do I understand why a 40-something-year-old man marries, inserts himself into women's drama. You know something, Beth? I don't either. You know? I don't know what is so appealing about Katie Joy that Roadhog is just super interested in her, but hey, to each their own, okay? Whatever. I don't even really want to talk about him. He's fucking draining. He drains my energetic field. You know what I mean? Visiting hours do not exist at Exile Island, right? Alien. Luckily for Leon and myself, right? We're all here in not only the open ocean, but the open universe. You know what I mean, Leon? You know what I mean. Are you kidding me? Says, I need a vacation, so I volunteer to go to Exile Island. Black and white is stubbornness and small-mindedness. Listen, and here's the thing, Ronnie, too. Especially when we emotionally react to something, and I know like a lot of creators laugh at people who emotionally react, right? Like, how dare you emotionally react? How dare you show some emotion, right? People are entitled to feel how they feel, you know? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I wish that more people would listen, would understand. More understanding, less black or white, you know? Just because you understand somebody doesn't mean you back up every single thing they say and do. Imagine that. Like, I have some of my greatest supporters are people who don't agree with everything I say and do, you know? But abuse is never acceptable. And unless you see me agreeing with it, then I don't see why that would be a thing. Really don't. But hey. So I'm sorry if I upset you by, being in crazy conflict chat. But, abuse is never okay, no matter what. Grady says, I live on an island, a rock in the Atlantic. Oh. Cancel for all right, yeah. There's one person that I would be okay with. Just kidding. Trisha Paytas, oh my god. She's a freaking train wreck, right? I don't agree with lots of things that lady does, but let me tell you something. Sometimes I click on the videos just for, entertainment purposes only. She's freaking bananas, right? Lee Votman says, getting trolled, harassed, and insulted for years takes a while to get used to. You need good friends and thick skin to last on here, in my opinion. That's the thing with the internet, right? I'll admit it took me mad long to not hate watch. You know what I'm saying? I used to love to hate watch and report back and be like, guess what they said? You know what I mean? But I realized like it was just putting me in like a dark hole and it wasn't solving anything. Like, and it took a long time for me to just, not hate watch. I think that's a lot of the big problem on YouTube too, hate watching. Hate watching never did nobody no good. Nobody. I've never heard a good story, start with. So I was hate watching the other day and and Noelle says, I mean, haven't we all watched The Tiger King? Sometimes it's impossible to look away from a train wreck. Psh, girl, tell it, right? Tell it. Tell it. Tiger King 2? What? How is there a Tiger King 2? What do you mean? How's that even possible? The dude's in jail, isn't he? Oh, is this one going to be about what's her face? Oh, really? I don't watch much TV. Can you tell? Like, I never watch TV, honestly. If I do watch TV, I'll binge on like a season of something and just never go. I go months without watching TV. It's weird. Oh, he has cancer? No, I didn't know that. Oh, I had no idea. Luna says, 2 things I won't deal with is one creature doxing another and a creature attacking a opinion of a member of their chat. Yeah, Luna, I think I know what you mean, right? So the other day on my Instagram live, I was saying that, another reason why I wasn't going to make a Roadhog video is because he'll just start attacking people I'm close to, like my moderators and stuff like that. And wouldn't you know, because he's a hate watcher, he clearly heard me say that and, decided to tear apart people in my chat, which, this is how highly offended this man gets. He not only can he not handle what I say, he wants to tear apart every single comment that comes through. But what people need to understand is people who do this, right? They're trying to instill fear. What he's doing right now, he's trying to instill fear by saying, I see you. Don't you dare agree with AZ because I see you. And I'm going to call you out on it. And I'm a big scary man, rah, or oink, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Oink or raw, right? I know he thinks conspiracy is an actual word, and that's rather concerning. It's not a word. I don't know. It's conspiracy. It's all you are. No, it's supposed to be conspiracy. That's supposed to be the joke, remember? Haha. Well, he doesn't do Google words, but hey. Oh, Inquiz, you did? Okay. I know I have to accept a lot of follows on IG. I got a lot of weird bot ones, so I gave up the other day accepting people. Oh, hey Caroline. Oh, Molly's here. Hello, Molly. I was just talking about you. Did they tell you? Did they bring you in? I was just talking about hate watches and how if one creator has a problem, then all the other creators that go near them, are responsible for it too, right? How people unsubscribe because I like you for something you did years ago, Gotta hold everybody responsible. And that all goes back to, the whole Exile Island. Like I just said, Roadhog is reading comments from my chat to instill fear. And that's a whole cancel culture thing too. Oh, I saw so-and-so in the chat, so that means they must back up everything I say, Less black and white, more gray. There's not going to be anybody out there in the world you agree with 100% of the time. And if you do, that's not normal, right? But abuse is never okay, in my opinion, right? You've never watched Tiger King, J-Fed? What? You really should. It is definitely it's interesting. He went through every comment. What? That's so weird. That is so weird. I don't even watch his stuff. I could never imagine going through every comment. Like he wants to say I have Section 8. Okay, yeah, I run Section 8 in your brain, bro. That's what that is. Furthermore, he's never proved I'm on Section 8. He's never proved I'm a criminal. He keeps saying I'm a criminal, right? Because I'm a criminal. If you get it, you get it. But anyways, where? Show the proof. Show the proof. Show it. Where is it at? And then he's got people reporting me to the government because I got WIC when I had my baby years ago. Yeah. He has people in his chat reporting me to the government for government fraud. And the only time I've ever received help from the government is when I got formula for my kid after I had her. Shit's disturbing, man. It really is. It really is. But the thing I care most about is the person who is not doing mentally well and the person who is struggling with addiction, who hears my story and sees these things and thinks that people who ask for help are stupid. That is the biggest thing to me. Because it's not stupid to ask for help. It's actually really intelligent. And you have to be a really, really, really intelligent person and a really brave person to ask for help and admit you were defeated, right? Because if Roadhog could admit defeat, shit, we wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? WIC isn't welfare. Well, that shows how much I know, right? I thought welfare was like any form of help from the government or something, but yeah. And even if I was on Section 8, who cares? What does that have to do with anything? Does that make me less than? So by saying that, is that supposed to make me like less trustworthy, less should you not listen to me anymore? Like I really try to think like, what is the point of it? Like, oh, you know what? I heard, you guys, I heard that this person was on Section 8. You should probably go unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? You probably shouldn't be seen there because God forbid. Who cares? It's like, yo, I'm so threatening to you that you just pull these things out of thin air. Oh, what do you say? Government cheese? Like, what? I love cheese. I don't care if it's government, cheddar, Cracker Barrel, whatever. I freaking love cheese, okay? Love it. But telling everyone I have track marks. I'm like, oh, okay. So on Instagram today, I was like, let's take a look at my arms. It's like, it's just so ridiculous. This has gotten so ridiculous. And this is only because... No, I know. I owe nobody to show my arms. It's just like, okay, I'm just having so much fun debunking all of these really random accusations. Did you guys also know that I'm the Grinch and I stole somebody's Christmas? Did you know that? Yep. I don't even know the person. Don't even know them. Never heard of them. Don't know nothing about their Christmas, their wish list, their life circumstance. Know nothing of this person. But I stole their Christmas. Yep. So I've been the Grinch now too. Because, why not? I'm a Section 8 junkie Grinch. You didn't know? Yo, I have to laugh. Anyways, I keep buffering you guys. I don't know what's going on, but make sure, let me know in the chat. Press 1 if you can hear me and I'm not buffering anymore, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all, Nana's not drunk. Oh, my God. Thank you. I want to bring that up, actually. Before I go, one more thing before I go. You know me. I'm going to show you guys this because it's so funny. I'm sorry. If you want to laugh, stay tuned, okay? This shit's funny. If you can't laugh at this, then get your head checked, all right? Here we go. You ready for this? Thank you. Okay, ones. Thank you. You guys ready for this? Oh, boy. How did we get here, you guys? How did we get here? You ready? How do I make this bigger? Hold on. Oh, I just liked my own thing. Hold on. There's gonna be a way. I was trying to make it so I just see the post and not the caption. I thought there was a way, but anyways, you might not be able to see it from there because it won't let me zoom in for some weird reason. First of all, this person called me T-shitty. Yeah, that's what she said, Leon. This is the greatest comment, I swear. All right, you ready? T-shitty, because that don't even rhyme. That's not even fun. That's even Jesse had better ones than that. Come on. T-shitty is actually losing subscribers. She had 7.15k subs. Now she's gone to 7.12k subs. If my math is correct, she lost 3,000 subs. Haha. Shameful. People are starting to see the real you, AZ. Better put your mask on, girl. It's slipping. Slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up because that shit is funny. Okay, so that's not even where it ends, all right? Hold on. So Sassy says, actually, that's 30 subscribers, right? Actually, that's 30. Okay. And then the same brainiac. Spoiler, math isn't correct, Stacy. Thank you. You're right, Stacy. I appreciate you, super chat. Spoiler alert, it's wrong. Okay, so actually that's 30 subscribers, which it is, right? In real life land, when you do math right, it is 30, okay? Because you always lose subscribers here and there. Anytime you get into a disagreement with another creator, whatever, it happens. What can you do, okay? And then the person says, actually, it's not. You deduct the 12,000 from the 15,000, which leaves you with 3,000. Someone clearly can't add up. What? I is a college student. I do, math major. # math major. This is why drugs are bad. This is why you stay in school. And this is why we can't have nice things, okay? If you take the 12,000 from the 15,000, which leaves you with 3,000, somebody clearly can't add. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now let's zoom back up to what the original comment was, okay? One more time, because this is so confusing that you actually have to read it again, because I had to read it like 4 times. T-Shitty is actually losing subscribers. She had 7.15k. Now she's got 7.12. So if my math is correct, she lost 3K subs. Oh my god. It never gets old. I laugh every time. I laugh like it's the first time every time. Ambichick says, I'm sorry, but I'm petty. I'd like to see what happens when a fraction or percentage is thrown their way. Sorry, not sorry. Do better, ma'am. It's not only funny, right? Ambichick, it's not only funny they got it wrong, but the amount of confidence displayed in the actual second comment, which is like, actually, it's not. The amount of confidence. Oh, you can't see it. Thank you for your super chat. Right? It says, actually, it's not. They had extra time to consider this, right? So someone's telling them they're wrong. They're like, no, that's not how things work, right? And then they have time to actually consider it. Hours of time. Okay, let's look at this. 7 hours ago, they posted the actual thing, right? 4 hours later, no, actually, that's 30 subscribers. 4 hours. Think of the amount of hours that went in between the time they were told they were wrong, okay? They could have thought about it. Actually, no, after they were told they were wrong, they didn't have much time, obviously. I'm over here like, yeah, I'm a math major. Even still, if someone's telling you you're doing math wrong, don't you think you want to like double check before you comment back? Actually, it's not. I know. Mystique sounds like a very interesting person. I would love to meet them too. I want to ask them where they went to school, okay? Because logic... you want to hear, oh, you know how I kill it, son, with comebacks? Like, you know, your girl's quick, all right? Not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep, all right? Not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep, okay? Because logic, even if you were somehow right and I lost 3K, that would still be more goodbyes than your boys had hellos. Oh, how's that for a mask slip? Oh, how's that for the mask flip? Oh. Oh my god. Y'all, Nana's not drunk says, Easy, I had to keep going back to that post all day to laugh. I couldn't help it. It made my day. Yo, is it still up? Like, I'd be so embarrassed that I'd be like, you know what, I'm just gonna erase this. At least they didn't delete and retreat, right? At least they did not delete and retreat, because that would be a good excuse, right? That'd be kind of valid. I'd be like, hey, I understand why you're deleting and retreating. But no, they maybe they still think they're right. Maybe they're still sitting there like, nah, I know I got this, right? Oh, man. Hashtag vented sources. Gotta vent your sources and air that bitch out. Vent the sources, okay? Mask slip. Calculator slip, okay. Anyways, guys, you know, I don't understand how people make excuses, whatever. It all has to do with bias, really. It all has to do with bias. Literally. There's no other way around it. You know? But anyways, Cheryl, I know, right? How can you not laugh at it? How can you not laugh? There was too many comments under it. Was there? I bet you that there was like a meeting of the minds going on over there, right? I can only imagine. Jackie was there, Jackie was like, this ain't larcery, okay? Roadhog was like, we're a different species. We're male and female, a different species. Oh my god, I should just have tutoring lessons. I'm telling you right now. You know it's bad when I'm the smart one in the room. You know it's bad. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna get going. I have to finish up my stuff for tomorrow. We're having the award show. Okay? We're having the anti-award show. It's gonna be fun. You know, there ain't gonna be no drama. Save the drama for your mama and have fun tomorrow with me. Okay? Please. I'm begging you, please have fun. Nobody argue, nobody fight. All right? Please. But thanks for laughing with me anyways, okay? Okay. All right, I'm going to get going now, but thanks for coming by. One more thing before I go on. In my opinion, RH wife is glad he has YouTube. You know, I hope that lady's okay. Bless her heart, you know? Is it wrong for me to solicit investment opportunities from Mystique? You guys are killing me. Oh yeah, like this video if you haven't already. Like the video. If you like the video, like the video. And if you don't, you can dislike that shit too because it's all the same to me, okay? Love you guys a long time. See you tomorrow. Bye.